And I need to switch to the main window. Good evening. It's June 7, 2022. And put on the music. There. It's our first live stream this week. That means we are going to do some web development. And today we are going over our weblog to have a look at what's left there and making maybe some smaller changes that we have left behind that needs to be fixed by now. Let's go into the code window. I have a new audio system. I have the Go XLR. So if there's something not right with the audio, just let me know. Oh, I see my mic's a little bit peaking there. Let me know. That's a bit soft, I think. How is this? Well, let's keep it and check the results at the end. Let's consider this a test drive today. Let's put a message in the chat to see if the chat is working. Good evening. And it's going into Twitch and it's going into YouTube. Great. Let's go into Visual Studio there. And go into Software and Software. I think there are no changes currently open. Also go into GitHub. Go over our backlog. GitHub. Let's see what happened here. Is there something interesting? There was Jan Dev. He's now working for Microsoft. Looks like this is a personal thingy. Teams app with Dataverse API connection. He's in the Power Platform. Oh, interesting. Fanny Reinders. 13 hours ago. Did he stream today? Let's have a quick look. Twitch.tv. Fanny Reinders. I feel like my gate is a little bit tight, so if I'm too soft, there's nothing. It's too late triggering with this today. When is this? Let's have a look at the schedule. Oh, yesterday. Learn.net and Azure together. I should do that. So check if one line. Schedule. Oh, also yesterday. I missed a lot of streams yesterday apparently. They were all streaming while there was this Apple event going on. So they either did not like the Apple event or they had some other things. Oh, I now have my cough button. So that's useful. Also, if I can go and put some nasty in there. If things go wrong, then I can quickly go in and shout some. Let's go into projects and see what's on the backlog here. Software and software. Fix all nullable warnings. Okay. Add a new tag to current running video. Create a user secret option in the Azure Vault. User management. Yeah. Add search engine option. That's interesting. I'd like to know how the pre-rendering is working. Because if you now go into, I think in GitHub, no, not GitHub, in Google, and I'm looking for soft as in software. Let's see if my website is servicing there. But it said loading, an unhandled error occurred. Reload. That's not what we want to see in his bot crawler. Let's have a quick look if we can find there's a quick solution. Search engine optimization for Blazor WebAssembly. The best way to make your Blazor WebAssembly application SEO friendly is to work on the title, metadata, description and H1 tag in the index. Thanks for the follow, and my alert is now actually working also on the Go XLR, so thanks for the follow. Real Weathers. I always have difficulties getting the names from this in there. Happy to follow. Well, you might regret it, but let's see. What is your background? Is your background .NET or JavaScript or what else? Blazor maybe? Corey L. Weathers. Because we try to help each other here. Matthew. Is that Matthew? Like Matthew? Matthew? .NET Dev live streamer. Oh, you're a live streamer, really? Also on Twitch? Let's check that out. Twitch. Real Weathers. Yep, on Twitch, Matthew. My de-esser is taking the F out. I transitioned jobs at the start of this year and pressed pause on all things streaming. Oh really? So your schedule is now empty. Yes, it is. And what are you streaming about? Software developer. Well, let's follow you back. Oh, why am I not logged in? Let's do that on my other screen there. Twitch.tv, Corey Weathers. Typed without issues. That's put a follow on that. Oh, I'm already following. I'm already a follower. Interesting. So I must have seen your streams then earlier. C# StarCraft. Okay. MAUI is doing C# and StarCraft. StarCraft. Oh, typing the wrong window again. I'm not aware of what StarCraft is. As a game. Wow. Oh, I know that one. Ooh. So you're developing against StarCraft, or is it doing development in C#, MAUI, and playing StarCraft? How do we put SEO in Blazor WebAssembly so we don't get this thing like this in there? This is not what we want. Definitely not what we want. At least I'm already in the, if you type in my names, what's 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th one in line. It's not that bad. Knit, hi. How are you doing? What's your background? I don't build for StarCraft, but I build for my own. Is it possible to get a template of a website for Blazor? Yes, at least if you want my website. We have this website, my website, soft as in software. This website, you can download it or you can say clone it basically from GitHub there. Go to my repos and there it is. Copy that. If you clone that, you can basically clone my repo. And what's in there, there's an API that's delivering the things like pages to my videos and gear items running in a SQLite environment. And what's there's identity in there on JSON web tokens. Let's log off, and then there's no admin option anymore. And there's no editing of the gear items right now. If you are not logged in, there's no editing option. So if you clone that, then you can start from fairly quick, I think, because everything is generated. What was I looking for? This one, the SEO friendly thing. I think I now opened it 3 times. You can put in the title, but that's just plain thing. But is that enough then? I heard about pre-rendering things for Blazor wasn't. Blazor wasn't. The Blazor wasn't components are all defined in the client project. When launched the server project, it serves that client project to the browser, but I'm using WASM to pre-render the client application. You want to start by ditching the index.html from client.root. Why? What is Blazor pre-rendering? The process where the web page elements are built and compiled on the server and static HTML is hosted in the WebAssembly. Okay, but I'm not really static because I'm starting with the video page. So that might be a challenge. So you should start with a static starter page. Is that the idea then? Enabling pre-render for Blazor WebAssembly. This post describes steps to enable server pre-rendering for a Blazor WebAssembly application. This post serves as an introduction to some more interesting pre-rendering approaches that I'll be looking in at future posts. Now, this post assumes that you already are familiar with blah blah blah. What is pre-rendering? Pre-rendering allows you to build .NET applications that run entirely in the browser without a backend application. That's not really what I have. One of the advantages of hosting an application as static files is that hosting is very cheap, often free, but it's not possible, I think, because I have some live components in there. What I might need in there is, if I go to my website, software.com, is start with a different starter page that's not immediately loading the videos running here. Starting with a static page. Or maybe starting with my about page. Oh, do I? Yeah, I did enable the live thing in my profile just now. Pre-rendering. Enable pre-rendering for a hosted Blazor WebAssembly app. One of the prerequisites for pre-rendering a Blazor WebAssembly app in .NET 5, that's an old version, is that it is hosted in an ASP.NET Core app. That's the case, as showed in the previous section, but however pre-rendering is not used by default. The HTML file returned when you request a page just contains the bare minimum HTML for the WebAssembly app to hook into. In the image above, you can see that the HTML container only contains a minimal amount of markup, a loading message, and a hidden error message. And that's basically what you see, I think, if you go into Google. It looks like this one. Connection to the site is secure. Four years ago, that's interesting because I don't think my site is 4 years old already. Maybe it was used by someone else, I don't know. But I don't think I have it 4 years already. Well, maybe it is, I don't know. Is Blazor WebAssembly SEO friendly? The best way to make your WebAssembly SEO friendly is to work with a title, meta description, and H tag. Yeah, that's the same page again from Syncfusion. and H1 tag in the index, HTML, common page or in individual pages based on your requirements and development activities. That's a YouTube thing. Search engine optimization. This Blazor server. I'm not in Blazor server. I accept all cookies on Stack Overflow, Stack Exchange. I made an online store, Webassembly. With the client, I get all the products correctly and everything worked. Look, blah blah blah. I was thinking that when the day comes to make the jump to production, there would be an easy way to convert the code to HTML. That's a strange question. That's not SEO friendly. Static pages. Well, it is from a perspective for search engine optimization. If it's static, then it's easy to index. That's not what I'm looking for. Blazor WebAssembly needs simple and quick solution on SEO for rendering, title, meta and link tags on Twitter, cards, Bing, webmasters. I was about to give up on Blazor because of the loading times. No, that's not relevant. Without a server. Well, we can start with this part there. With the index HTML. Let's go into source save there. Source save. Source save, that's the Stone Age source control software. What I meant obviously was Fish Studio. Where's Fish Studio? My list. There it is. Let's go into the HTML. Basically, that's the basic renderer for the starting page. This one. But there is a title in there, but that's the thing that you see in the header. Like this, software in software. It's interesting, this one has like an image in there. Enabling pre-rendering for WebAssembly. It's this picture. Let's inspect that. There's not much in here, in the header maybe. There it is. Like the metadata and all kind of links. Is there a description? Description. There it is. So this one also has a lot of things like things for the Apple and things like other things. Icon. Well, the icon is in there as well. I think on my part, it is in there. So I should put something in there like it name equals description name equals description. Twitter description is also Twitter description. Where's the page for there? Content. That's the same as this one. Equals to something and then terminator. And is there also an H1 in here? No H1. Or is there a big X? Font awesome. I have that included, I think. Where is it? Like CSS. I think there's an open iconic and a bootstrap is all in there. There's font awesome. And all these images. What's in sample data here? The weather icon, weather information. That can be deleted. I don't think I have a weather thing in here anymore. Let's go back to the index there. The soft as in software website is the support landing page for the YouTube with a capital T, I think, channel where soft as in software saves its live coding recordings videos the purpose of soft as in software is to run as a community driven learning opportunity to learn the latest technologies. Niche technologies such as Office add-ins, are part of one is niche technology. Is that how you say it? Niche technology. Such as offer add-ins and Blazor, .NET Core are represented in this video library. Let's put something in there for starters. Why is it not wrapping? Can we just do that? Saves its live coding videos. The purposes of this software is to run as a community-driven learning portal niche technologies such as Office add-ins, Blazor, .NET Core, and more. So, Webassembly, move the title up a little bit. The viewport. I don't have a viewport. I'm not sure we need a viewport. Bootstrap, SEO web. Title, H1 tag. The metadata, the meta description will be displayed as compressed content just below the search related link. If anyone searches for a keyword in your Blazor application, it will appear on top of the search engine. One line. Subscribed. Wow, thanks. I think my subscription is still running. Shout out for one lion. If you want to know how to build Blazor components, hi Lion. Oh, hi Soft Scott from Denmark, I think. I would have been here when you started, but I was in a meeting. I was just checking out you when you for streaming. It was yesterday, I believe. Did not stream today. Actually, I was now thinking of putting in a description text, but I maybe should just adopt the one from YouTube. About. I think it's much better to be consequent. I did. Hangs head. You really? I'll tell the video to publish. Oh, and for that reason it's not in your schedule again because it's not published yet. Let's copy this and put that in the description here instead of typing all this great information. Just copy the text as is available in YouTube. So according to that, I should also add an H1 in here. Where is it? There. Even though it's basically not loading, if I'm running this like softsoftware.com, it will be the loading thing. There it is. I can add the title in there. Like, something like. What shall we put in there? Soft as in software. Live coding. Web dev. And concert videos. If you didn't know, there are actually, I think they're somewhat hidden. Go to my YouTube channel. Oh, there's already one open there. It's not in my playlist anymore because I'm kind of hiding these things. But if you go to my video page, there, if you go all the way down, you'll start to see a lot of concert videos. First you see a lot of SDN cast things that I did before going solo. But here it starts like 2019 and before. There's my concert videos like Elton John and The Who. And somewhere Lady Gaga. Ooh, yeah, Kiss. I'm going to Kiss July 21st, I think. A lot of Kiss. I've been going to Kiss from the 80s already. I was just teenager. Beyonce, Tina Turner. Most people are about to pass away. There's the Dutch band Doema, and there's this bass player passed away last week. People from The Who are passing away, and there's no video from the Stones. I've been to the Stones, but they're John Watts obviously also left the building. So if you're looking for hidden features here on my website, you can just go into my videos and have a look what concert videos are in there. Actually, the top winner of the concert video is a recording from War of the Worlds Like this one, Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. And let's see, there should be one with a huge amount of views. Let's search for this on most popular. There it is. 90,000 views. And the reason for this is that actually this video was supported by Jeff Wayne. He put it on his own website. So that generated a real big amount of views. But I think it's not monetized. The only one who's getting money from that is Jeff Wayne himself. That's probably also the reason why he put it on his website. But that's a nice Easter egg to know. Search and you will find. I wonder if that's also on my will result on the Google. Also, I'm not sure if I should capitalize as in. But I think I have that also in the logo. So let's keep it that way. So let's save that. Let's run this. We then inspect the page and see what's coming up from that. Wow, that's ugly. Why is it up there so long? It's not... Oh, it is. It's just taking a long time to load. That's really ugly. Why is this? Oh, there it is. Oh, what? It stays in there. That's not what I want. Ooh. Why is that not going away? Maybe you need to put it in here then. Let's try it again. Now it's gone. Let's reload it and see how it starts. F5. That's better. And now it's going away. Oh, that's the swagger thing. Still in there. That's better. And there are the videos. And we are live this time. And I need to update the image for this stream. Didn't get any time to do that. Sloppy. Sloppy Joe. Joe Docus logging off. Okay, so now probably we have to wait for another month to see how that's affecting the Google indexing. Can we force that? Force Google indexing. Ask Google to recrawl your URLs. How to check if you are indexed. This number shows roughly how many of your pages have been indexed. You want to check the index status of a specific URL, you use the same site. Let's do that. Copy. Google site. It's a phishing dude. One result. And this is the one. This was the reason why I wanted to fix the metadata on this website, because it's now showing some irrelevant information. Tools. What was it saying? Do you own somewhere? Get indexing and ranking from Google. Well, let's do that offsite, or otherwise I have to log in and do all kind of things that you're probably not that interested in. At least it should be in there now. This is the GitHub thingy. So let's see how this will affect the upcoming month or weeks or whatever. So pre-rendering as a static website is not an option, I think. Also, what I wanted to have a quick look at is not this, but going into GitHub. Is there a one line repo in here? Is that you? Let's first close the thingy there. It is Blazor, this one. This is the component library. I wonder if this is you. Blazor components. Oh, there it is. Yes. Yeah, I need to look into this a bit more. Camera view. It is, yes. So this is Blazor server side. Oh, you don't have to apologize. It's more or less that I'm between backlog items, and I wanted to have a quick look because I remember that you were building a component library here. The toasters, like toasting bread. Can be used in any Blazor flavor, including MAUI. That was what I also I saw yesterday. Not a live stream, a stream from James Montemagno from. We used to be from Xamarin, but he just had a small size video showing all the options for MAUI that he was working on. And one of the things that he mentioned was incorporating a Blazor as well, like the hybrid Blazor. Take things you can steal for $400, Alex. $400. MAUI Blazor hybrid. MAUI Blazor MAUI hybrid MAUI. That's what I'm doing for my job, Blazor hybrid app. Build a .NET MAUI Blazor app. Blazor Hybrid has reached general availability and is supported for production workloads. And the reason why I wanted to look into this is because if we have, as you probably already know, I'm also building Office add-ins, and Office add-ins are currently Blazor WebAssembly items because you need to interact with the Office JavaScript API at the client. So I was wondering if the hybrid option also provided the option to run parts at the client side. .NET MAUI Blazor app. So maybe running this inside the task pane to interact with Word. That would be a real thrill if that's possible. Probably doesn't make sense to run it on Android or iOS, something like that, unless you have maybe a Word version. It's a Xamarin app, now MAUI, that uses Blazor for the UI. I saw this picture, Blazor hybrid, in the docs. Blazor. In the Blazor overview, there are 3 options, like the server version. That's not possible to be used in Office add-in because this is using SignalR to run on the server, while this one, the Blazor WebAssembly, is basically in a in an Office add-in. It's running into the WebView 2 component in the add-in, in the task pane. And now there's this Blazor hybrid thing, and there's no picture there. But yesterday there was did they change it? Hosting models, I think it was on this one. Server, WebAssembly, and then you have the third one, this one. Basically, they do the exact same thing running in a web view, and the task, an Office add-in is doing the same thing. It's also running in a web view. If you have Visual Studio Preview, and I do, you can try it out. There's no client side per se for MAUI. It runs on the system itself. And with it runs on the system itself, you mean... am I right that MAUI hybrid is just .NET MAUI, non-Blazor? But when you manually add Blazor something in the MAUI program CS, then it's possible to add Blazor components. That's also what I think. What they sneak in there is, I think, the web view container, and that's basically what is also done in Office add-ins. Maybe I can find a picture for that. Office add-in web view 2. Let's see if there's a picture. No picture. Maybe we search for images. It's like this. So you're running Outlook for Windows in here, and then there's an Edge web view inside the task pane, so to say, and there you can put in your web features. So what I did was add a Blazor WebAssembly in there, and that is supported by WebView 2. That's basically the same thing as that's done now by Blazor Hybrid here. What did they say? Blazor can also be used to build native client apps using a hybrid approach. Hybrid apps are native apps that leverage web technologies for their functionality. In a Blazor hybrid app, Razor components run directly in the native app, not on WebAssembly. Not on WebAssembly, along with any other .NET code and render web view based on HTML, CSS to an embedded web view control through a local interrupt channel. I don't know about what MAUI hybrid is, but Blazor hybrid is a MAUI app that allows you to use Blazor project in a Blazor web view control. I'll do some research about that and then to find out. Yeah, the thing I was trying to say with the runs on the system directly. You aren't sending the compiled app through .NET. That's been compiled through the WebAssembly. Yeah, so the question is, would that be able to interact with the Office.js API? So what you need to consider is that instead of this machine, you have a machine here and a phone there, is that instead of the machine or the phone is the host and the Office application is the host. A local interrupt channel. Because if you have a look at my add-in, and I'm thinking they are doing the same thing. Let's open the Excel Blazor add-in. I don't know that for sure since I've never written an extension before. but I know that I can interact with the file system and all the system resources from the Blazor component. So what you see over here, I have this this Office add-in. Maybe I can just run this. I just hit F5 there. See if this one is running out of the box. There's the add-in. Let's wait for the server to kick in. It's not really a server because it's building the WebAssembly. So now the server is up and running, and so in Excel you basically have the same thing as that what you see over here. What's in the task pane, there's a web view too. I think if you go to the task manager, let's see if it's visible or not. There you are. Oh, there are a gazillion web view 2s there. Not sure why it's kicking up so many of these items. Or maybe within Edge itself, maybe it's also running in WebView 2 now. Like some sort of a container. Yeah, extension is equals to add-in. That's what I understood already from what you wrote there. I don't know what blah, 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 never extension, blah blah blah. So what you see in here is basically a WebView 2, and in this case you see it's also called WebView, but this is, I think, the Blazor WebView. But I think the Blazor WebView is also again something hosted in a WebView 2 environment. I think MAUI is open source, is it? GitHub. So if I search here for WebView, all GitHub, there's Dan Roth, that's the guy from Microsoft. But that's interesting because Dan Roth is one of the founders of Blazor, I think. And first thing that turns up here is Blazor Hybrid for WPF. Blazor WebView tutorial. Let's see if we have some familiar guys here. Who is Dev MAUI? That's a nice picture. Let's start with the repo from Dan Roth here. Yeah, like MAUI is also working with SAML. There's a Blazor WebView component. It doesn't take much, so you could just create a new Blazor MAUI project in your current add-in solution and point to the component library and class library. Well, Lorenzo, my dishes. I can still hear you. Okay. Am I that loud? So this is the Blazor WebView component. So there probably will be a component thingy here as well. Like pages. This is the default Blazor web application. So where did they hide the Blazor component? Steel Series Arctis Pro Wireless. The headphones, I think. I need to get one because this one is wired. It's not that you're loud. Components are in page, yeah, but there's no Blazor component in here. These are the normal components that you get when you start a blank boilerplate Blazor project. If I do like this, really moving from one thing to the other. I do create a new project here. And we create Blazor Webassembly. Next. And put that in. Let's put that in today. Next. Make that a server copy. They added an option here. Do not use top level statements. That's removing the main thingy, I think. Start it. After going from wired to wireless, I can never go back to wired. Same with the mouse. So you're not running into issues with like empty batteries. So this is the server that has, I think, oh, there's nothing in there. It's on the client. Oh, the client, there it is. There's the counter, the fetch, and the index thingy. I think the one from Dan Roth, is that a WebAssembly thing then? Because there's not... it must be. Pages, Razor, yes. Index. Did you put in a separate component library in that repo? Yeah, maybe there's a reference to that. It's a framework Blazor WebView thingy. What's it usually? So go into my thingy there. Index, this is the WebAssembly thing. While he is going into Blazor WebView. So let's have a look here. There's no framework thing. But that's generated, I think. Exactly. Think of it more like a Blazor server app, but hosted locally as a static page in the Blazor WebView control. No WebAssembly at all. The interesting thing is that as long as it's on the client side locally, then you should be able to address Office as well. So where is he hiding then this the web view? This one. If you look at main window Blazor web view component, you'll see the root index HTML. Then inside of that, local main, which is talking about main razor. Let's see. Main window SAML, this one. This HTML. That's basically the index HTML that we were just looking at. And there, this is already called Blazor web view. It's in the CLR. This one, it's namespace is Blazor, that's this one. So it's in the CLR namespace, Microsoft ASP.NET Core web view. It's in this one. Copy. Now I should dive deep in my memory because there's an .NET Explorer or something like that. Browsing .NET files. Oh, here's an idea. Go back to my GitHub. There's a MAUI template where I have a separate Razor class library that has all of the routable pages and components. Then a shared library of all the logic. It has both Blazor Server and Blazor Wasm app using the same component library as well. So you basically also created some sort of an hybrid thing there. Question is, where did I leave your component library? There. There's a MAUI template where I have a separate Razor class library. Shared. That's interesting that you have a one-line JavaScript interop page there. MAUI Blazor website template. Copy. It's trying to copy it. Copy. Okay. Server only. So this is your so-called starter, your boilerplate for a MAUI thingy. It is released, I think. MAUI just went GA at build a couple of weeks ago now. Is it weeks already? try build.microsoft. Oh, that's centimeter. Com. This was, is there a date on here? Why is the most important information not on the homepage? Sessions 24, May 24, and we are now in June 7. So that's 2 weeks ago. Exactly 2 weeks ago. MAUI. Updates and a roadmap. Is there a transcript in here? Transcript. Oh, wow. Don't bother to make it full screen. Oh. We are now general availability 744. Oh, I haven't updated now. I can understand that. It's a matter of too much time on your hand. So that's on your backlog now. Oh, basically this is your backlog. Still have a lot of work to do on that repo. I think you have years and years of work to do there, and it's changing under your hands. The reason MAUI JS is Visual Studio Preview version, because the tooling team is not yet ready with MAUI and will, according to Maddie from Microsoft, maybe be released around August. That's true, and I also think that in August is, well, at least the planning is to go code complete, I think, for .NET 7. I think that's also in the end of the year. There it is. Right. And that's usually when this other this online conference is the .NET conference is happening. My recommendation is still to go into your add-in solution and add a new Blazor project. Then reference your existing component and class libraries. Probably will just work out of the box. So .NET new MAUI Blazor web, is that like a hybrid web? Is this the hybrid Blazor thing? Or specific for this template, but I think you can also do the same thing with, well, let's do it from the studio. Studio. We're driving away completely away from what I planned to do, but this also is fun to do. So if we do MAUI, Other option for MAUI. Oh, this is searching for more recent stuff. That's not. Should go in here. Then go in MAUI. There it is. MAUI Blazor app. There it is. Next. If you have routable pages in your separate library, I actually don't even have a library. I just incorporate it all in the Blazor web. You'd also need to do the additional assemblies thing. I think .NET new MAUI Blazor web is just the same as from Visual Studio, where you see MAUI Blazor app option. Yeah, this is the UI version for that. I don't want to take you away from your direction. I'm going in all directions. I think you would know that by now. 6, 7, that's today again. Let's try Blazor heading. Let's see what we get there. Did I end up using the same name as the actual MAUI Blazor template? I wouldn't be surprised. .NET new to .NET MAUI. Click to learn more. Oh. Now let's make that private and not public. Why is this? This also still named Xamarin. See, it's really not finished. It's still Xamarin. So if you go in this one page, so it looks like a WebAssembly thing. Click here. Build your first app. Yeah, that's what we already did. Android emulator. But I don't want to run it in Android. Yeah, that's the thing is this should be hosted somewhere. Like this on a website. Windows. Maybe that's possible to... Oh. No, it's not. No, yeah, true. But if, yeah. That's true. Because this is the, what's the so-called, the Xamarin option. But maybe, by doing this, you are able to create your local hosted server. So you don't need a web server anymore. And that's tricky because the Excel add-in Word knows where to find the website, so-called website, because in the manifest there's a URL there. And what would be the URL if you host it locally? But you should be able to find that. If we run this Windows machine, let's just hit F5 and see what's happening. It's building something. device needs to be set up correctly to develop type Windows. If you don't, can't install text, go to settings for developers on your device and select developer mode. This device is currently not in developer mode. Oh, really? Install apps from any source, including loose files. Expose your device and personal data to security risks or harm your device. Do you want to turn on developer mode? Yes, obviously I want to. It's a VM, so I don't care a bit there. It's on now. Installing missing frameworks. There's the app, but where is this hosted? What's the URL for this? There's no way to copy the link or inspect this. Yeah, you can do F12 on this. Oh, you can. Yeah, but I don't care if it's WASM or not, because the only thing that I need is that it's locally right. Oh, it's going to localhost. Yeah, so, but what if I have two of these? Because this one is, if you look at this is exactly the same thing. This is now in the web view that we saw with Mr. Roth there. Same thing. Interesting. So how does it know where to load? It is indeed localhost, and by doing so you should be able to replace that. No manifest, local storage. Congratulations, you received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Who cares? There it is. But it's not showing anything. Session storage. Cache storage, nothing. No manifest. You can go to the folder platforms to enter the platform specific code. Manifests for each platform, etc. Like in the project, you mean here? Yeah, you are, yeah, true. Oh, this is also working with a manifest. Oh, it's an AppX. Oh, I'm pretty sure that will be restricted by the Office manifests. If you happen to have time later, this might help. There's a video from Dan Roth. Is that a session from Build? Put that in my sticky notes. Where did it open? Where did it open my sticky notes? There. MAUI video. Dan Roth. Let's quickly check the title. 5 minutes. Wow. Client-side website UI. The question is, do we really care if it's yeah, we do care because the Webassembly add-in is looking for location where it's hosted. There's a longer one that I'm looking for, what he talks about the repo that you saw on GitHub. This one. Let's do some Google magic here. See, even Carl Franklin streamed about it 2 months ago. This one is 27 minutes from 11 days ago. This is, oh. This is interesting. You see here WebView 2 is Microsoft's new embedded browser built on top blah blah blah. So it's actually running WebView 2 already. This might be very interesting if I just discuss this with the Office team, because they are already on WebView 2 and we don't need a WebView 2 on WebView 2. Here it is, another link. Copy. One hour and 31 minutes. This is actually from May 17. That's around build. Interesting stuff there. That's a duo presentation.
Static web assets, like all the static files
Well,
that
let's
this app
disable the audio. You never know what's copyrighted or not. This is multi-project thingy. MAUI app, Blazor app. Yeah, I think my guess is that because I haven't watched it yet, that this is explaining how he is working. So I also put that in my list there. And the other option was to just go to YouTube and search for, what was it again? What's happened with my browser here? It's full mode. Yeah. Did I put this? It will automatically go to full mode. But I was looking for this one. Let's put it in my notes as well. Because that's giving some interesting things like this one with the WebView 2 in there. Oh, and who is that? That's our friend Jeff Fritz. March 2, that's an old one already. And again with our friend Dan Roth. What they do probably here is doing the pre-work for getting into the hybrid Blazor thing. Let's put that link in as well. Copy. I think I have some things to do this weekend. Cool. So now I need to convince the office team to talk to this Blazor guys, now the MAUI guys, and do some things with their WebView 2 thing. Maybe this the add-in team can just skip the WebView 2 host and host a MAUI app. 24th is a build, yeah, that's a 1 week later. So the other presentation, the video is a 1 week early. Can you make an office add-in using UWP or WPF? That's a good question. I don't think so. Well, you can do, but then you need to go into Vista or Vista Studio Tools for Office, I think. That's interesting indeed. I see where you're going. Gamble. Yeah. I see where you're going, because if you can do the UWP or WPF thing, you can mimic the same thing that is done by Daniel in his thingy there. Where is it? There. This one should be able to host that in a Visual Studio Tools for Office add-in. Right. But the downside of a Visual Studio Tools for Office thing that can host WPF things, that's not multi-platform. And for that reason, they decide the Office JavaScript option. Because this one will go completely besides the Office JavaScript option, I think. But if I just use the normal hybrid Blazor thing, not related to the WPF, then I should be able to do the same thing as in here, where I have a Razor page that's interacting with a C# thingy, and that's going into JavaScript runtime, and then starting the Office stuff in there. I think this is an option in MAUI as well, because that's running locally. And I still have it open, I think, in here. Is there a dub routine? There is. And there's the index. So the question is, can we also do the preload in here, like Excel Blazor in here? We have this thing called Blazor add-in lib module.js, and that's at the root level. It's the name of the add-in. So in this case, we should have create a new file in there. What do we do is a JavaScript file class. Will it create a JavaScript class or? No, it's not, but you can easily switch that to JavaScript. There you go. That should have the name from the add-in. MAUI app Blazor add-in .lib.module.js. And what should we put in there? Just a copy of this one. Copy. Because there's nothing here than JavaScript thingy before start. And we are now entering before start. This before Blazor is loading. This will trigger Office outside the host. Because if we run this one, it is still running. Where is my app there? Let's clean things up a little bit. Let's leave that open. Then I think it stopped. We stopped the thingy there. Let's stop this and run it again. This one. You're around in one of my streams coming up. I'll walk through an example of splitting out Razor and static resources from your current Blazor project. So it can be a separate component library. This way your existing project can stay in place and you can create a new MAUI project next to that as well and use the same component library. That's about true, I think. Question is, because we have in the MAUI situation, we get a duplicate web view situation. But just to see if this is working, this is the MAUI app thing. Why is it so squiggly? complaining about something. As a SAML, this one. I'm not sure why that's complaining. What I wanted to do here is, if I run this, the Excel add-in, then we probably should see the preloader as well in this one. Inspect. Console. There you see that Office.js loaded outside the Office client. That's okay, because this is not actually running it. We're doing the same thing within Word. Then it's starting the before start. Then going into the browser. This one is hosted in the browser. And then Office should be preloaded. Here you see Blazor loaded. So the question is, can we see the same thing? Here, there you are. All these thingies from Microsoft. Let's do the same thing with this one. I think the only thing we need for now is this specific file. So let's run this also on F5. Oh, it's still running. Let's stop that and load it again. Because I want to see the entries on startup as well. Let's see if we can find it in console. Oh, where's this? Why is that complaining? So this one is F12. Yeah, and that's why I think it's not finished yet. But it's not showing the preload. That's a sad thing. Did you import the JavaScript in the index? Which JavaScript? Oh, wait. That's at least that's one thing that I also need to do. What are you saying there? The Blazor web view, that's by default in there. Let's have a look there. The index, that's in here. But what I'm missing here, and I should do that because that's an important part that I do need in here. That's the part where I need to take the Office library as well. And that's, where is it positioned in here? It's the last one in the head. Control C, yeah, I know. I always forget about that. Save. We need to stop it, I think. Don't know. . There's nothing else that we specifically need here. There's bootstrap stuff in here. That's not important for now. Nothing else. This is the MAUI thing. 5. Set F12. There you are. Oh, it's doing something. But that's just telemetry. It's blocked. Tracking prevention blocked access to storage. Why is this referencing to Bootstrap here? I'm afraid it will be locked here. Can I open it? Tracking prevention. Well, at least something is happening here. But the other one, let's see. Where is it? This one. This one's showing a bit more. Like the before start, that's not happening. This is happening. Oh, this is, by the way, also showing the tracking prevention, so that's same thing. But we are now entering the before start, that's not happening. Yeah, I also have the blocked, yeah. But the before start, we are now entering function before start, that's not showing. Here. Oops. This is not picked up. So what's they calling JavaScript initializers? If you referenced your MAUI app add-in lib module in your index, is that done in the other one as well then? Where is it? There. Where is it? There. This is the Excel thing. It's not in here either. Because this is what's it called? JavaScript initializers. That's done by Blazor. Copy line 57 and paste it to line 58 and change it to your module.js. Blazor. Because the idea is that by design... Oh, what? Oh no, that's the CSS. By design, Blazor kicks in this one before it kicks the Blazor thing in. So if I'm not able to select the name there. Let's see if there is a reference to that. Copy. Nothing. Oh, maybe JavaScript interrupt thingy. That is something that is in here. Yes, Webassembly. It's all Webassembly. So that might be related to Webassembly. No. JavaScript. There it is. MVC and Razor Pages app don't automatically load JS initializers. However, the developer code can include a script to fetch the app's manifest and trigger the load of the JS. Oh. And now I pull my plug. I pull my headphone out. And there's another reason to go wireless. There's an article, blah blah blah. Developer code can include a script to fetch the app's manifest and trigger the load of the JavaScript initializers. Location. The question is, my idea apparently is not recommended. Well, we can try that. Go in here. No, not in here. In the index there. It should run before the... $57? You mean 27? Or you mean from this one? 57, there's no 57 there, 27, yeah. And it should be before Blazor, I think, then. And then, but it's not in framework, and it should be name like this one. It's all still running. Oh, in head. Oh, pasted in the head. I did not read it properly, obviously. So, indeed, cut that out and then go to head. We should first load Office.js, I think, and then this one. Copy. Interesting, the auto start is false. Yeah, that depends on what the documentation here is saying. Documentation usually places a script in blah blah blah. The pros pollute the client with global functions. For production apps, we recommend placing JavaScript into separate JavaScript modules. Not the different one. This one. Here, this. I wonder what I mean with the manifest over here. Blazor hybrid apps with WPF and Windows Forms. But the thing is that what is Blazor Web View initializing? Because but the Office add-in is already basically doing the same thing, and we should be able to skip that. I don't know. Let's run this and see what it's doing. F12. It's doing something. Unexpected token export. Oh. It's trying to load the module, but the module is not picked up there. So it tries to load this one. Oh, wait. Maybe we need to do something like this. Copy. Something like this. Let's also remove that part, maybe. No, I don't know what it is either. My guess is it would automatically pick text JavaScript as type, but F12. No, it's still struggling with the export thingy there. There's nothing spooky about it. Line 18. Yes, that's in here. Because it's exporting is the function, but this is exported usually by and adopted by Blazor Webassembly. And what do you mean with you're not loading it as a module? So how do I load it as a module? Export, import. Type module. Like this. I'm constantly stopping it, but I don't think that's really necessary, but it's it's a Google wizard. F12. Set F12. Still not doing the things that we wanted to do. Two warnings. What is two warnings? DevTools failed to load source map. Also wondering why does it try to load the CSS bootstrap thing in? Is that not part of this thing there then? CSS bootstrap. Apparently it's not allowed to do this. No export token anymore. That's true. We are making progress here. But it's also not working. Because this one needs the Office library, so the Office library should go before that. But it's not going in here, and it's also not triggered. The before start not triggered. And the documentation mentioned that we had to do that manually. GitHub. Before start. All of my audio just died after I plugged in a USB device. It's a very risky thing to do. Plug in USB devices. Why is this in a CSS? And it's 56k. That's nothing to do with Blazor. Chinese here. Well, let's wrap this up, I think. And I think I need to go through all the videos that you provided and get some understanding how this hybrid Blazor thing is working. And let's get to bed for now. Get some sleep. At least it's challenging. I'm pretty sure they are helpful, but maybe not in the context of the Office add-ins, but I can at least point the Office team then in the right direction, where the MAUI components are already hosted in a web view too. So they should be able to discuss that with the team members, like with James Montemagno from the Xamarin team, maybe, and David, what's his name, Roth. See what I can do with that. Also tomorrow I will be doing another demo, because my first demo was not properly recorded for the Office developer community call. So I will be doing a live presentation again tomorrow evening. Oh, what am I doing now? And also need to prepare a little bit for that. The Office community call, let's have a look at that. What the link for that is. Add in community call. Community call. Second Wednesday of the month. It's already second month. One Wednesday, yes, it is. Yeah. Oh, it's already announced here. Demo of Excel add-in using .NET Blazor. How interesting is that? Copy. Put that in there for reference. Cool. So let's wrap it up then. Yes, tomorrow the presentation for Microsoft, and then will be Thursday. I will be back on doing Office add-in development thingies, and let's see if we can find some things before that. So now, thanks for watching, everyone, and what's a community call? Well, basically, Microsoft is trying to go open Office with the a lot of the things. So the Office development things they created, and I need to go back to my code window then. They created an open source repo, and I forked that repo. I'm gonna cook, yeah. This one, this is the original one. This is built by and for the community, and one of the samples, I created more than one, but at least the Blazor samples are here created by me. Excel Blazor add-in, Word Blazor add-in. Go in there. And every month, apparently every second Wednesday of the month, they have a community call on YouTube, where they are showing off demos and things like that. So that's tomorrow, and the link above for the Office add-in community call. You can just join in and see what's going on there. And I will be presenting tomorrow, yes. Hopefully the recording will be better than the last month, and able to be posted on YouTube. Well, the other one is also posted on YouTube, but it's kind of unused. It's not used at all. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I really enjoyed the stream today because we learned a lot of new things today, and let's see if we can build that into MAUI projects for Office as well. That will be quite a challenge. So thanks, everyone, and see you next time.